Sausage Day.
Sausage Day.
It's Sausage Day.
Sausage Day.
Everybody loves Sausage Day.
We have to do this in a 4-part harmony. We got to get it right.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sausage
Day.
Everybody, when you hear Sausage Day, you know Steve and Karen Wilson, the owners and innkeepers of the Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast, should be the Lion and the Sausage.
Oh, no.
The Lion and the Rose Bed and Breakfast in Asheville are back on the show. The Lion and the Rose, it is this beautiful pink lady. It's quite stylish, historic, and beautiful. Wonderful rooms, wonderful gardens, and right in the heart of Montford Historic District, there's bears walking the neighborhood sometimes. And behind them, they have a really cool cemetery. And when you check in, you'll be handed, if you drink beer, a homemade craft brew. Breakfast is a specialty, especially on Sausage Day, where Oreo... You know, I'm just going to say, the pup, you know, Ozzy and Oreo, they know when it's Sausage Day, they get excited. So that's why we sing Sausage Day, right, guys? So welcome back.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Awesome to have you guys on. I know Sunday's a busy day at the B&B, but everyone go to lion-rose.com. And we were just laughing at the beginning of the show, too, that you did let us, you know, run the inn for 3 nights, and then we're doing it again. Are you guys still sure about that? Like, really?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you sure?
I don't know. But you did it while we were having beer, and like and the first time you asked, it was wine time. Then when we got together, it was where did we go? Was it Rock Bottom? Where were we in downtown Asheville? Was it Bottom Rock Bottom? Where the cider place?
Oh, Road Rock.
Yeah, that's it. So you waited for us to be a few sips in before you said, you're going to do it again? And then we're like, take another sip, okay. So 3rd week of August, everybody. When we're there, we serve beer mimosas every day.
Come on down.
Setting the bar high with daily beer mimosas.
Yes, that's it. So, Sunday is Beer Mimosa Day. Beer Mimosa Day.
Exactly. We're going to make a song. We're going to make a song called Sausage Day.
Yeah, we
make
will.
people
but
sing
with
it.
beer mimosas have to be in there. Steve, what are you pouring right now? What's the latest brew?
Right now we've got a margarita lime goes, and we have the regular the wheat beer on tap.
Wow,
like
a margarita.
Yeah.
Tequila in the beer? Like, what's going on with that? Like, tell us about that. That's different.
Yeah.
You got some lime in there. You get a little bit of coriander, a little bit of salt mixed in the mix, and then we infuse a little bit of lime juice before we serve it now, and then give it a little more of a limey flavor. And it came out really good. We get some good reviews on that one.
Ooh, cool. It sounds refreshing, especially for summer. Warmer temperatures.
Very.
Yeah, we've been seeing you guys put all your photos up about all these adventures you've been on out in the woods and the mountains and the forests, and I'm like, you guys are in T-shirts. Like, what is that? We don't know what it is, but now we're in weather where we're in shorts and T-shirts, and we're loving it.
Good.
It's awesome, but it really seems like the summer is, I can't believe how green it is. Like, that is, I mean, it's green, green, green. So where are you guys going on most of your hikes? Are you going all the way to Great-Smoky-Mountains-National-Park or mostly Blue Ridge Mountains? Like, where are you going?
We're doing mostly Blue Ridge Mountains. We actually haven't been to Smoky Mountains in a few months. There's a lot of nice things on the Parkway now that everything's nice and green and lush. Some spots that we like to go looking for salamanders and red F's. And then, of course, the different wildflowers like the rhododendrons and stuff.
Ooh,
beautiful.
Ooh. So, and the Blue-Ridge-Parkway is close. I know, because you guys don't get that much time. I'm even amazed both of you are on the show right now, but, because of Sunday and check-ins, check-outs, and everything. But the Blue-Ridge-Parkway, Steve, how far is it from you guys? Or close, I should say.
We can probably get on the Parkway in about 15 minutes.
Wow.
And some of the places that we like to go, like Karen's talking about the salamanders and all that, and the flowers is probably about 20 minutes tops, I think, from our house. And it's usually not very busy. And there's a nice little waterfall at the beginning, and there's a couple of creeks, and there's a lot of it's an interesting trail. It's kind of like going through the rainforest, but not quite as warm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so all the places you're going, it's not as humid, or does it get that way? Like
a little bit humid. I mean,
it can a little bit.
If the storms are coming through and all that, it'll start to get a little sticky. But for the most part, you lose after you go up maybe 1,000 feet or more in elevation, you're already losing about 5 to 10 degrees of temperature. So it's a nice little cool down when it's warm down here in town.
Not as moist. Anyway, had to say that. Had to.
Oh boy.
I was building up to that. Well, no, but it's so cool that it's so close to the B&B, because I know guests were always asking, where's the closest waterfall hike? And, it's to be able to see the waterfalls, I think, is really, really special. And,
it is.
Parkway, we haven't done in summer yet. We've always been there like fall or in the fall colors. What it's like the end of September, early October for fall colors?
Yeah, it usually starts somewhere the end of September, early October, and then it varies according to elevation. So it goes all the way through usually early November, depending on whereabouts you go.
Okay. And so now
it's interesting because rhododendrons. I just want to go back to that because before coming out to your place and seeing them actually in the wild, I always thought that was going to be an imported plant, but it is actually a native. You don't see that as a native anywhere else. Seriously, it's not on the western side of the states. You don't.
There is. The Rhododendron Highway in Northern California. And it happens once a year.
Yeah, you
and
have to go up.
A little bit. Yeah, you have a little bit, and a little bit in Oregon, and a little bit in a little bit. But you guys have
not like there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have an intense thing going on.
We have several different spots. Yeah, and then you have the two different types that are common: the Catawba rhododendron, which are the pretty pinkish purplish flowers, and then the rose bay, right, Steve? The rose bay, which are more of a white with pinkish and yellow in it.
Yeah, more whitish.
The mountain laurel, you sent us photos of those. Oh my God! They
don't even look real.
Wow,
it's amazing.
I know everybody loves fall, and the colors are beautiful in fall, but this is our favorite time because you got everything so green and lush. And then you have all the different wildflowers depending on the month. We have different wildflowers, different elevations.
Animals and all that too.
Is it butterflies? Tell us about. I mean, everyone, you've got to follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Go to lion-rose.com for all of that. Or type in the Lion on the Rose Bed and Breakfast Asheville. But you guys have been seeing these just swarms of, I don't know. What are they? Clusters of butterflies? What do they call them?
Well, when they're down on the ground, they call it a puddle.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, puddle.
Yeah, because they're
somebody told me the other day. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I say somebody told us that when you see a bunch of them on the ground, they'll be probing the dirt with their proboscis, and somebody said those are the males trying to gather up some vitamins and minerals to prepare for mating. So. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what somebody told us.
They're getting their Viagra from the dirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. Remember that famous episode of Seinfeld where George had that piece of mango and then all of a sudden it moved? He got all excited.
Yep.
That's it. That's butterflies. Give them mango. Uh-oh.
Yep, they like the blue mud.
Oh, well, hey, but that's, nutrient soil's got good mud, especially in these natural areas. All these swallowtails, and I mean, it's amazing to see so many all hang out together in the different colors. And so you've got the salamanders too, and the newts, and you said the what? The red. I don't want to say that word wrong. Effed with a T on the end.
Yep. Yep.
So you're not F, but they are.
And they're red. No, but they're really cute. They're really cute.
They are cute, and they are so red. They are adorable.
So would they last all summer that you can see them, or when do they come out and say I'm gone for it's too cold?
They start coming out at the end of May, and when do we usually see them through end of June, you'd say, Steve, or early July?
Yeah, I say so. Yeah, and then I think they that's when they go back to the rivers and they turn into the newts.
Oh, that's right.
The creeks.
You have to. Okay,
Yeah.
so these
They
are the
turn
babies.
into newts. The F's turn into newts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
See, but if you don't, you know, you don't see these
like
everywhere.
A sci-fi movie.
Yeah. Well, they kind of are.
Newts.
You guys get fireflies too, don't you?
Yep, the fireflies just started about a week or so ago. Yep, so there's some places you can see them. We see them in our yard, but Pisgah-Forest, Smoky Mountains, of course, is known for that, and they do like a lottery in order to be able to go see that. And now Grandfather Mountain started doing that up off the Parkway, so they're offering firefly tours now too.
What's Grandfather Mountain?
Grandfather Mountain is known for it's got a huge mile-long or mile-high swinging bridge, different vegetation and plants up there. We actually have not spent time up there yet because it's like about an hour and a half away, I think.
Yeah,
we've been in the area. We've done some hikes and things like that.
Yeah.
In the fall, but haven't gotten that particular mountain itself yet. But eventually.
So what is the chimney? Is it Chimney Rock that you guys go to, or there's a winery and
Chimney Rock.
Views? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that in Pisgah-Forest or Pisgah? How is it? Pisgah?
So
it's still part of Pisgah.
It's close. It's close, and they consider that what's the name of the gorge? It's not Limville.
What is that gorge? I'm not sure.
What is a gorge?
It's not coming to me.
That's
the gorge.
It's all good. Yeah, I mean, there's a gorge, you know. But that's what's so cool is when you look at all the geology there, too, it's like, I don't know, it's like this whole other world out there and how different it is with the way the rocks are. And then, you know, here's the waterfalls. I mean, it seems like if you go out, you go, you know, half an hour, 20, 30 minutes out, you can go and start seeing, like, different waterfalls. And they're pretty much going to be there most summer, right, for people.
It's beautiful.
Exactly.
I remember seeing
some of the waterfalls. Some are nicer when we have a little bit of rain, and they're more like the trickle falls. So then they become a little bit more of a nicer falls when you get a little more rain.
It looks like you guys, the snow and everything did good for the forest. It's just so green, you know, and you don't see that everywhere. These days, forests are getting like the bark beetle attacking them and stuff like that. So you see dead trees, like these swaths of them. But all the photos that we're seeing with what you guys are posting looks like such a healthy forest. You know,
definitely.
Yeah, it really beautiful with what you have out there. So butterflies, flower power, we like that. And hiking. So is that what most of your guests are doing now? I mean, I know we got to talk about downtown and everything too, but are most people coming and then just maybe doing the Biltmore, which we'll talk about, but is it this time of year, people just really wanting to get out and get some fresh air and get out into nature?
So it's a nice mix. We get anything from younger ones out here for the breweries and just that kind of thing, and then the outdoors. And once again, a little bit more of Biltmore because we can talk about that a little bit more. They're offering some new things there that are of interest to people.
So yeah, tell us about that Biltmore, because that's like a must visit, right? And,
exactly.
Yeah. So
they're doing extended hours on Fridays so that people can visit the house a little later, stay on the property, watch the sun go down. They have little beverage carts with the wine and snack carts through the gardens with live music, and then near the winery. So we have not been there yet ourselves. Hopefully we'll squeeze it in the next few weeks, but that's through July.
Cool.
Yeah, you've been to Biltmore. I mean, you post like you've been there, but not like with the new thing. But like the gardens look amazing to me. I want to go hang out in their garden. That's like
their gardens, yes. They're amazing.
They really. I mean, so now they're putting like libations and music in the gardens. Like
nice.
Yes,
you can't beat
music.
that.
Yep,
that's
music and wine.
Yep, you can't beat it.
Perfect. Yeah, and they have wine too. You know, that's really cool. And then the breweries. I mean, this has got to be the time of year where you can go have a beer outside and have live music. And is that happening? Because you are in Beer City, USA. I mean, this is Beer Town. Is that happening right now?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
A little bit more with, like, festivals and that. Some of the beer, like last week was Asheville Beer Week, so there were new beer releases in honor of that and some special activities. So fun stuff like that going on. Yeah.
We like the beers. The beers.
We like it.
How many breweries do you think you have?
Who's?
It's got to be in the like 100 or something crazy, right? It's got to be.
Well,
I'm not sure that much.
I know it's probably maybe 30 in the immediate area, but they count outside of Asheville as Western North Carolina, so I think they were saying like 80.
See, that's it. Yeah, you're right. I was looking it up.
That's more than enough.
But you can,
it's like, whoopee.
There's brewery, there's art, there's music, and
you would think so.
It feels better. I mean, you've got the comedy bus too. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
That go around the B&B, like the comedy bus would stop, and because you had that Bates Motel sign out your window, because when we were there in fall, so everybody was October. It's not really.
Yep, everybody loves that one.
Yeah, but the buses like
the comedy bus is a good.
window.
Yeah, the comedy bus is a good time. It's a little combination. It's called the Zoom, and it's a combination of a little bit of history. It's like a 90-minute thing throughout Asheville with some history, and then they do like a comedy act with actors coming in and on and off the bus doing an act for you. It's a good time.
Cool. That's cool. I like that.
I like, and then you have like the trolley. Is it a trolley? Am I getting that right?
Mm-hmm.
It goes around too, so you don't have to walk everywhere. Like they'll take you around and show you downtown, and because you have like all these different districts, like the river area, the downtown. It's got to be beautiful right now to just be outside and go have a beer outside.
It has been. It's been great. The weather's been perfect. I mean, we've had a little bit of rain here and there, but it has not been anything extreme.
No, you guys, it's just beautiful. Everything I've been watching, I'm just like, I want to get there, and I want to go here, I want to go there, So it's a lot to do. So a lot of, the Blue-Ridge-Parkway is, because you could go both ways, right? That sounds good. You could go towards Smoky Mountains, and then you could do what I did when I thought we were going to Georgia and we went to Roanoke, Virginia on the Blue-Ridge-Parkway.
That was so much fun.
There's two sides to go. But that's the cool thing.
You were taking the long sightseeing.
Yeah, we were.
What about the folk center? Isn't there like a folk art center? We haven't done that yet.
There is. There's a folk art center. It's probably about 10-15 minutes away on the closest part of the parkway. It definitely has a nice selection of a little bit of the different artists, different types of art, and they have a little visitor center in there. So a few little trails from there. So that's like one of the closer spots to us.
Oh, and then you've got the Moog Museum. I want to go to the Moog Center, like the Moog place, like all the got so much music history in Asheville and author history. I mean, that's like an artist place. So that's one of the. You've got art, nature, and history, and beer and wine. Like, what more do you want? I mean,
exactly.
Seriously, it's it. No wonder you guys moved there, right?
Yep.
And you can't leave out the forest, because the Pisgah Forest, it is actually was the Pisgah forest. It's the first school of forestry in the United States. Was created there, and they call it the cradle of forestry. And I mean, come on, that's so important.
It is.
It's so green and healthy.
People, and the people have to put it on their bucket list to go there, and then stay with you, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And we're actually working with a new partner that's offering Jeep tours throughout Pisgah, which we did that last week, and it was a good time. They go off-road, so you see a little bit of stuff. It's a local guide, so he knows all about the biodiversity of the plants and flowers, and it's just a great tour, and it's got a little bit of adventure to it. So waterfalls, forest, history, it's a little of everything.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a lot of fun.
So you've got the Jeep tours, but then don't you also work with a naturalist that takes people on hikes as well?
We do. Exactly. And of course, we're happy to point anybody in the direction of a hike. We have had enough people come in for hikes, and they know, same thing, they see our pictures, so they know we like to hike, and we're happy to point them in the right direction of, difficulty, if they're looking for views, waterfalls, flowers.
So Nancy and I, when we see you guys, we want to go on a hike, and we would like it to be easy because we've been like bound to our computers, and we're going to try. We have to be fit. Listen, to run a bed and breakfast, you have to be fit. But we'll try and do our best before we see you. But we would like to do an easy, moderate hike where we can see nature, flowers. Just look, because we're slow. We just look at everything, and but I mean, we're slow that way because to us it's not. I know it's good for you and healthy and fitness and everything, but we look at every plant and newt and whatever.
We do that same thing too.
Yeah.
And we want to be able to
Sometimes
bring our wine and have a nice view. So, do you have a good hike for us for that? Like
I already have in mind where we'll go, because at that time, hopefully, monarch butterflies will be starting to come through.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully.
Wow. So you get like these big old masses of swallowtails, and then here comes the monarchs. I mean, and fireflies.
Different butterfly species.
Cool. I do have a question for you, Steve.
All right.
What are you doing picking up snakes? Like, seriously. Do you pick up all
What am
snakes?
I doing picking up snakes? I don't pick them all up.
You don't? Okay, because I was going to say, what happens if you see like a copperhead or something? Like, you're not going to pick it up.
No, I don't mess with a copperhead. Not too much.
Yeah, he likes to. Like when we find one near the path, like especially those little guys, he likes to just move them out of the way.
Say hi to him. Move them for the dogs. Because your dogs go hiking with you.
They do, but it depends on how long of the hike. Because Oreo's getting older, so he 2 miles is like his limit now. So if we do anything more, they stay in.
So even cookies don't go that far for him.
Nope.
Well, he's got the perfect name because he is cookie centric.
He is. Double
gosh, I just said cookies, and here comes Cusco the cat. Like she knows cookies.
Like,
now she's gonna start. I know.
Anything to do with food, she's there. She's
a wah cat. Like anything.
We call her wah. I have conversations with her. I can speak wah cat, and she speaks back. And then
it's the kitty wah wah.
No, she comes and gets you wherever you are, and she goes wah wah, and then she makes you follow her to her food dish, and she looks at you like, and you're like, dude, you're like 10 pounds overweight. And she's like,
she goes, you have another glass of wine, I get a cookie. That's how it works.
There you go.
I know.
So speaking of cookies, are you still doing cookies for the Humane Society? I think that's
so we haven't done it. We need to set up to do a visit with the donation there, but we have the dog biscuits on hand because we actually do have guests. We sell them to guests for their dogs if they want to take them home. So we always have some on hand for ours and anybody who wants to buy some. But we definitely do need to schedule that.
That's from the grains from the beer. So the dogs are really happy.
Yep. All natural ingredients. They love it.
Suddenly your dog is well behaved and very quiet.
Very happy. Oreo loves those cookies. He really does. He does. And listen, Oreo and Ozzy are a huge part of the inn. And Ozzy especially just loves to meet every single person that comes into the inn. It's very, very cool. So you're still doing that, and I know the last time you were on the show, we were talking about our Military Monday show. You were doing all the baking for the Soldiers Angels. How did that go? Because it looked like you baked up a storm from what I saw.
Yeah, it was. I did about 4.5 pounds of goodies, so that hopefully makes the soldier and his if he's hopefully sharing with his team there. Yeah. Hopefully they're all happy.
And listen, Karen knows how to bake. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She's a baker that's there. And I remember her putting wine in the brownies. I'm just saying.
That's the secret ingredient.
Yeah. She does the wine.
Everybody.
She gives you a beer and beer mimosas and, all the, and then if it's sausage day, everybody's happy. It's a good time at the end, for sure.
It is.
That's awesome. I love it. We can't wait to come back. Oh, my God.
The birds come down. Like, if you say it's sausage day, here comes all these birds, too.
Wow.
On both And we're like, man, everybody knows about Sausage Day.
They do. They do. Well, now everywhere we go,
Who doesn't like sausage?
It's sausage.
Yeah.
Sausage is everywhere, and then it's like it's there. It's like everywhere. Like it's
There
you
should
know
be
when
a national sausage
when
day.
a friend of yours is pregnant, then everyone's pregnant. Like everywhere you go, you see
I beg
pregnant
your pardon.
people.
Yeah.
It's the same thing
You
with
see
sausage.
it everywhere.
Well, that kind of connects, but going back to flowers, I wanted to touch on this. The Arboretum in Asheville was one of the coolest places we went to. We've been there twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's free to get in, but you pay for parking. But
Right.
it is. They make a quilt every season that you stand up and you look down. A quilt. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And it was designed by Olmsted, who really helped with the Biltmore. I mean, there's cool history.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got the botanical garden part, which changes seasonally, and they have a nice little restaurant area that does serve beer and wine. It's pretty cool. And there's cans of wine that you're supposed to share. Well, Nancy and I have to have our own. But it's really beautiful. But in the back, there's all these hiking trails, and they have the azalea repository for the country there. And when we were there the first time, it was when we went and did that, I think it was fall. And at that time, the azalea said, we're done. So each state has its own azalea species for the state. Like, I'm the state azalea, And they have them all there. And, of course, we were there at the wrong time, but we still wanted to go. And then at the very end of the trail around the azaleas, there's this one big one that's turned into like a little tree. And he's like, hello, look at me, I've got blooms. And I'm like, thank you, very beautiful. But I bet you right now it's got to be awesome because azaleas, they were popping up in the Northwest, but it's got to be like when the rhododendrons come out, the azaleas normally come out. Aren't they?
Yeah,
I think they're
exactly.
related.
Yep.
Yeah.
They are. Yep.
Yeah.
So it should be soon.
Yeah, the flame
We have
azaleas
not
are
seen
starting
that.
to bloom right now.
Oh, love the flame azaleas.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Those are
They're
gorgeous.
just so beautiful. And hummingbirds love them. They love them. Oh, so this
we
time.
saw our first hummingbird, so we have one finally coming around now. Yay!
Oh, cool. See, that's what you guys have the wildlife garden. Yeah.
Well, Steve put up the hummingbird feeder in a different area so that we put it outside the dining room area. So we were hoping that it would come, give entertainment during breakfast, and one was at outside the window the other day.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. And then he'll tell his buddies, and they're all going to come visit, And that's the cool thing, too. At the end, too, you can have breakfast outside. I love that.
Yes.
It's got to be beautiful right now to have breakfast outside overlooking the garden, and maybe you'll see a bear come through.
Never know. That's it. You never know.
I know. And they're not
got some baby bunnies.
Oh, you do?
Cool.
Little baby bunnies?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Very
I
cool.
haven't seen him. Our guests actually are the ones that have seen him, and Steve did.
And Oreo and Ozzy.
He was asking me, he goes, what is that little thing out there? It looks like a rabbit. I go, it's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit.
But it's only this big. It's a baby rabbit.
Oh, well, it's that time of year. But that's what's so neat. It's amazing because you're in this historic district. Yeah,
right.
You've got all this, you've got like your mansion basically on the hill. You do. You have a mansion on the hill. But the beautiful garden area, and it's amazing that bears do walk around, and no, they're not pets, and they do not belong to a circus. But and yet nature, it's like that's what's so cool about Asheville. And you have all these different neighborhoods and all these different districts, but it doesn't feel like a city at all. Yet it's a city.
No,
and it doesn't. It just feels like a historic neighborhoods everywhere with nature and flower power and
exactly.
I want to go back to find the graveyard. I want to go back to the graveyard. You've got all those famous authors, O. Henry and Thomas Wolfe, buried there, or I should say laid to rest. And it's a one of the coolest cemeteries we've been to, and we go to a lot of them because we're weird.
Yeah.
But but it's a beautiful walk from the inn. It really is. I encourage people to do that walk. A nice little stroll if you want to take in a little history and some peace and quiet. And the squirrels will hang out with you. It's very cool. But before you guys go, what is your champagne toast? What are you happy about?
Happy about just having people here again that it's nice to have people that want to be together and socialize and reconnect, and it's been great to hear conversations and laughter and people making new friendships with each other, with us. It's been great.
Oh, that's awesome. What about you, Steve? What are you toasting to?
I would say just the summer is right around the corner. A couple more days, we'll be full in summer, and summer's great out here. I mean, it's never too hot.
Yeah.
Never too cold.
That's
It's just about right. I mean, just got to love it. And then all the music is all coming around, too, this summer. It seems there's all kinds of music stuff going around in the area that we can go check out. So
that's cool.
Nice.
I know. You guys are like in a cool zone, too. Like, even if you have to travel out, it's not that far, right, for you to go see some big concerts come through and stuff. So is there like a good music scene of, I know we're going to close with the song Paradise Falls from Love Bubble, which is a band based in Asheville, from their album Love Revolution. They were on the show back in October, I think. Yeah, October.
Okay.
But when, what I was going to say is, like, what's the music scene like locally? Is there a lot of touring acts coming through, or is there also a live entertainment? Like, can you go downtown and see live music with local bands?
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah. We've actually see on that note, we've had more guests coming. We had a couple this weekend. They went to 2 different concerts while they were here. They were here for just that, for music.
Cool.
Oh my God, that's it. That's everything, because when we were there at the beginning, right, it was all COVID-y time.
Right.
And so all of that it's just so excited to have live music out. It's like there's nothing like it.
Exactly. We feel the same way.
Yeah, it's just like crazy, you know, and I think we're all like craving. We've been starved like for 2 years of music. So get it while you can, man, because you never know what they do these days. So get the music while you can, while they're touring. Support as best you can. So very cool. Yep. Everyone, again, the website is lion-rose.com. And everybody on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, it's Sausage Day.
So, and don't forget, January 5th is National Sausage Day.
Yeah. However, don't forget, in October is Sausage Month. Or Sausage Week. And we're going to have a special Sausage Day.
So the sausage gets a month and a day.
We're going to be doing a special Sausage Day on October 2nd. So everybody stay tuned for that. We're going to have a special broadcast just on sausage. Sausage recipes, sausage songs. We're sausaging for 2 hours on October 2nd. So stay tuned for that.
2 hours of sausage.
By then, hopefully we'll have more lyrics to the Sausage Day song. So
yes, we need to.
I'm sure we will.
We're going to be playing Sausage Game.
Sure, everybody else hopes so.
Don't tell your friends.
Sausage Game.
We're going to be playing Sausage Game.
It's Sausage Day. Who wants to play?
Ooh, I like that. And it doesn't look like the game Twister either. Anyway, so just pin the sausage on the donkey. All right.
Oh.
Anyway, everyone, again, it's lion-rose.com. Thank you all for joining us. Keep up with us at bigblendradio.com. Champagne toast to everyone. Enjoy the sunshine. If you've got it, enjoy it. And if not, hopefully it'll come around to you too real soon. So thank you all. Here it is, Paradise Falls, since we're talking about all the waterfalls. This is a song about the Blue-Ridge-Parkway, Asheville area. So enjoy. Thank you guys for joining us again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you for
Bye.
Sausage Day.
Where the mountains rise and the water falls, my spirit flies when I hear that music, water music. Paradise Falls is Paradise Falls. hear that music, water music, Paradise Falls in Paradise Found. You can be so close and never know unless you got someone to show you. Paradise Falls where paradise found. I wanna see your face when you see this place. What a day to run away. We can jump in my car. It's a place out of time, but it's not very far to Paradise.